a thought comes to me. And this thought was that, what if this car just crashed into my rear bumper? What would happen? And all of a sudden, I see this car sort of swerving radically and just moving back and forth, and the traffic almost comes to a standstill. So my car comes to a standstill in the middle of traffic. All of a sudden it halts. And from my rear view mirror, I look behind, and all I see for a split second is what is up? Quasi here. And today I want to talk to you about a very important topic. And a lot of us don't practice this every day, and it should be really brought into practice if you want to maximize your law of attraction and your attracting potential. And this goes back to teachings of David R. Hawkins and many other spiritual teachers who have deduced that the two main principles of consciousness and two main laws of physics is first that whatever you hold in mind tends to manifest. So anything that you hold in mind will manifest over time eventually. So as you keep energizing these thoughts, they'll eventually manifest themselves into reality. And the second principle is that like attracts like. What do I mean by that? Imagine yourself walking down the road and you see a car turning around the corner, and you see the car swerving, and it just generates feelings of fear inside you. And this feeling of fear generates what is known as an excess potential. And once this excess potential is generated, what happens is you feel the fear and you have the thought of the fear of the car crashing into you. And when this thought comes to you and this feeling comes to you and this excess potential is generated, what happens is nature acts to balance this excess potential by first making the event happen or not making the event happen at all. So the car either crashes into you or doesn't crash into you at all. Whichever is the easiest path nature can take, nature will take. But second of all, what happens is when your heart and your thoughts, so your mind and your heart, when they come into alignment, so your thoughts about the fear and your heart feels the fear. So when these two things come together, then it'll manifest itself into reality by making the event happen. So that's how law of attraction works. And if you read Reality Transurfing by Vadim Zeland, you'll find out that there's this powerful concept of outer intent. And outer intent is the most powerful force you can use that can help you manifest your desires without you having to do anything in your part. And what outer intention is basically this magical force that just makes everything happen. And outer intention is more powerful than desire and inner intention. Desire is basically excess potential, and inner intention is your own inner resolve to do something in order to get something else. While inner intention is still powerful, desire is not powerful at all. Desire actually hinders your progress in manifesting your realities, whereas inner intention at least gives you the opportunity to channel your thoughts and your intentions in the form of action. But outer intention is what we want to tap into and what Reality Transurfing focuses on. So let's go back to the example of manifesting your fears. Why do fears manifest instantly, and why do fears manifest so effectively? Before I begin that, let me tell you a story about something that happened to me a couple of days ago. So I was driving down on the highway, coming back from work at around 4 p.m. and in my rear view mirror, all of a sudden I noticed a car behind me, and a thought comes to me. And this thought was that, what if this car just crashed into my rear bumper? What would happen? And all of a sudden, I see this car sort of swerving radically and just moving back and forth, and the traffic almost comes to a standstill. So my car comes to a standstill in the middle of traffic. All of a sudden it halts. And from my rear view mirror, I look behind, and all I see for a split second is the kid that's driving the car with his girlfriend, and he's on his phone. And so when my car comes to a standstill, I look at the rearview mirror and I just know that this car is going to crash into me, and feelings of fear generate within me. So I'm having the thought that the car is going to crash into me, and I'm having the feeling of fear. So this fear and this thought, they're coming together in harmony. So my heart and my mind are coming together in harmony to manifest this fear of mine. And what actually happened in the end was I was literally looking in the rearview mirror. I was just watching as the car behind me crashed into my rear bumper. And of course that led to a lot of trouble with the police, and the kid was just 18 years old, and happens sometimes. But anyway, that just goes to show how powerful outer intention really is. It'll manifest anything you fear as long as your heart and your mind come together in it. And that leads me back to something that's even more powerful than fear, that radiates at the power and the emotional level, energy level of unconditional love, which is gratitude. So if you can begin to incorporate feelings of gratitude and connect your thoughts and your feelings to that feeling of gratitude, then you can manifest anything. Anything is possible if you can connect your heart and your mind at the power of unconditional love by practicing gratitude. If you start to become more and more grateful about the things you have already in your life and the abundance that you already have, not in a way that it's comparing it to what other people have or what other people don't have, more in a way of comparing it to yourself, what you had before versus what you had now, how much you have evolved, and the spirit of self-development. So you're progressing and everyday life is getting better and better, and you're manifesting more and more. So that's the frame of mind that you come from, that every day is better, getting better and better. Today is better than yesterday, and tomorrow will be even better than today. So what we want to do is use the power of unconditional love to manifest for us the beautiful things that we want to manifest into our lives. Okay, now I want to share with you one trick and one exercise that I do every single day that's retrained my brain to focus on the things I'm grateful for and the things that I actually have in my life, rather than the things I don't. And as I practice this day in, day out, I find myself, even when I'm driving to and from work, I just find myself shifting into a mindset of gratitude. I listen to songs, I look at the trees, and I just feel an inner sense of peace and gratitude. And it's just a beautiful way to live life once you focus on that. Even if you don't manifest anything, just having that feeling of happiness and approaching life with that kind of mindset just makes everything much easier and almost effortless. The exercise is first thing in the morning and last thing before bed. What you want to do is journaling. Yep, journaling. Although it may seem like something you would do when you're in middle school, it is that powerful. That middle school journaling you did is coming back now in your adulthood, and it's the most powerful thing you're ever about to do in order to change your life drastically. There is a particular way of journaling for gratitude preparation and to actually train your muscle of gratitude. So what we want to do with this exercise is focus our brains on gratitude. How do you do that? So you're going to journal once, first thing in the morning. So right after you wake up, you just sit down with your pen and your journal book. So I have something here. I've been journaling for a while now, and I've become a big journal nerd. So these are my journal books from maybe the past 4 or 5 months even. I just run through them. So what you want to do is do one first thing in the morning and last thing before bed. So right after you wake up, you sit down with your journal, and what you do is first you write a free flow. So just a little paragraph about how you feel this morning. Just understanding your level. So where are you at this morning? What are you looking forward to? How do you feel? So now understand that this is about feeling and not your thoughts. Because one feeling will produce 1,000 thoughts. And what we want to do is understand our baseline feeling, what we feel every single day as we wake up. So write down how you feel, maybe a short paragraph describing how you feel and what you're excited for and what's bringing you down. And then you move to the gratitude focused journaling. So what you do is you write down 3 things you're grateful for, however little they may be. So sometimes I'll write stuff like, I'm grateful to have woken up this morning because it's beautiful that I get to live life every single day. I know it sounds very cheesy, but I truly am grateful every single day that I wake up. And something else I write down is having a healthy body and having good connection to my family and having a healthy family that I always hang out with, I get to see every single day and just share love with. And sometimes I'll write down things like, oh, being blessed with a beautiful home, having water on my desk, even the pencil that I'm writing with, whatever little it is, as long as you can feel gratitude towards it, it's okay. It doesn't have to be anything big. The second thing you want to do is then move to 3 things that will make your day great. And it doesn't have to be anything big again. So whatever you feel is going to make your day great. What we want to do is live our lives every single day as though it's the last day. So what would you do today that's going to make your day amazing? What 3 things can you do to make your day great? And lastly, after that, after doing the 3 things, you want to do 3 affirmations that you choose to focus on. So I usually do, I am powerful, I am wealthy. Usually those are my 3 go-to affirmations that I focus on, and that's how I want to see myself. So if you do affirmations for long enough, you'll start to see yourself getting those patterns. Your subconscious focuses in on those affirmations after you've done them for a while, and you start to change your life and change the way you view yourself. So basically you change your self-image through these affirmations, and eventually you start to take on these affirmations. You become the affirmations. So that's how you do the morning journaling. Now let's talk about how you do the nighttime journaling. So after a long day, you're tired, I know, it's been a long day, you don't want to sit down for 5 minutes and do journaling, but let's try it out. If you don't want to do it, that's fine, but if you do find the energy and you can muster up the energy to do it, please go ahead. So what you want to do after your long day is write down, again, a short paragraph about how you feel and just assessing your level, how your day's been. Just a short, free-flowing paragraph, nothing serious. And then you move to 3 amazing things that has happened today. And again, it doesn't matter how little it is. We want it to be little, actually, as a matter of fact, because if we can focus on the little things and be grateful for the little things that have happened in our lives, then we can be grateful about anything. 3 amazing things that have happened. It could either be that woman at the water cooler who smiled at you, or it could be your employee giving you a compliment, or your boss patting you on the back. As simple as that. Again, remember, what we're trying to do here is focus our minds to be more grateful about the little things we have in our life and just being grateful about everything. So we can just sit down one day and just look around us and become so present to the moment and so grateful that we start to tap into that power of unconditional love. So again, 3 amazing things that have happened that day. And to end it all, you want to do 3 things that could have made your day better. Again, we're also focusing on living to our maximum potential. And what you want to do is write down 3 things that could have made your day better. What 3 things could you have done? I usually write down become more conscious and wake up in reality. And I also write do 2 more random acts of kindness towards strangers and stuff like that. Something that'll make me live a better, more fulfilled life. These are the 2 journaling techniques that I've learned from Tim Ferriss. If you haven't read his book, it's called 4-Hour Work Week, where I got it from. It's amazing, and I hope this video helped. Thank you for watching, and I'm growing a massive Facebook group where I share all these kind of tools and techniques that I've used to massively change my own life and also the lives of other people that I work with, and I hope I can share it with you too. So if you want to join the group, comment below and I'll add you to it. Thanks for watching. Till next time.